Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 41 of Controllers and Coffee. We're back. Thanks for waiting another week for me while I moved house. As you can see, I have an all new background. It's not fully set up, but it is a work in progress, just like myself. This week, we're talking about the PlayStation Showcase. We're talking about Artful Escape, No Man's Sky, bit more Ghost of Tsushima. But before we get into that, I want to introduce you, Kat. Welcome to the show, Kat Jerrison.
Me. Every week.
Every week. What's going on? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing so well. It's fucking chilly where I am, but there's so many games coming and so many games I've been playing, so I'm feeling great. How are you?
I'm good. I haven't played many games at all, which is kind of sad. Because moving house is exhausting.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that took it out of me over my weekend. And then I had to work for a whole week, so I had today off.
Crazy. I do that every week.
I know. And oh my God, it felt like I didn't stop because I worked, then I had moving house just constantly for 2 days and setting up the house and trying to, do all that stuff. And yeah, now we're here. So I've played very minimal games.
That's okay. I'll forgive
That's okay. Laz in the chat, welcome. Heartily ho to you as well. We had some people here before, Yeti and Shred also in the comments before we even went live. Amazing. Shred actually mentioned, are we ready to talk about the ending for 12 minutes? Should we do like spoiler alert for maybe the next few minutes if you want to touch on this quickly?
Yeah.
Because I know we've talked about it offline. But we haven't talked about it on the podcast, and I think we have some similar views.
Yeah. Well, you see, I started playing it and I didn't like it, and then I finished it and I still didn't like it. So you made me play another few hours.
I really did. But I just wanted you to realize the huge plot hole of the photo. Let's talk about the photo.
Yes, that was the first thing I thought about.
So, I can't get over the fact that there's a photo which you use to prove to the cop that your wife didn't kill her father.
Because you took that photo.
You took that photo, right? Yeah, hundreds of miles away.
He was being murdered.
Yeah. But it turns out you killed the father.
Whilst you were taking that photo.
What?
Across country?
I haven't even bothered to look up really any discussion about this because it's kind of just gone it's kind of just gone back out of my memory and I've moved on. But
yeah, I did because I finished that game and I was mad about it because fuck you for making me finish it.
I'm so sorry. I just needed someone to vent.
Yeah, it was a waste of my life. Sorry, but it does not get any better. It's just not my type of game. Someone else can love it. That's fine. You do you. But for me, no, did not love that. But look, I thought when I told you last week that I thought I knew what the twist was, I thought that the cop was going to be her brother. And on, whatever. And the fucking...
That would have actually made more sense.
Time thing, the watch, would always reset the day if she or if they died. I thought that was... But it's just an expensive piece of trash. There's no reason for it to take up such a high... position in the story. It's just a watch.
Yeah, and it means nothing.
Antique.
It means nothing after
anybody.
Yeah. Even though it's ticking backwards and you can just pick it up and transport yourself to the to
the office, and everyone's fucking frothing over. Why did she hide it? It's like it doesn't. It's just a watch. And why does she get mad when you find it and stuff? Like,
yeah, and that is such a good point. I didn't even think. Why does she get mad when you find it when it's not even anything special? And why, like, why does she deny having it as well? That's like,
right. I thought the whole story was going to be about this magical watch thing that, like, every time you died, it reset the day. And like, I thought to beat the game, you had to not die. Obviously, partway through the game, I realized that this is not it. It's just a weird game. But that, like,
I've managed to kill him and drug the wife, and then I just had to wait out the 12 minutes, and then it just restarted. And I was like, wait, I did what?
Yeah, right.
So
exactly.
stupid.
It's so dumb. And I read a theory online that is the thing that I can think makes the most sense. And the theory was that the whole game is like a hypnosis dream, kind of, because like the cop is also your father and is also a therapist. And you're going back and forth between seeing him as these different figures. And the theory is that, like, he is trying to help you move past your, like, incestuous love for your half-sister sort of thing. And the different endings are, like, whether you accept it or whether you forget about your past and move forward or whatever. But it just doesn't make any sense, even in that context. And they bill Willem Dafoe as the father, not as the cop or a therapist.
Yeah, and in the credits, yeah.
The only reason I can think that this is the right theory is because otherwise your character fucking forgets that he killed somebody at the same time he took a photo, and forgets that his mother is called Dahlia, which is the same name on the baby's outfit. Like, what? Well, he knows it's his mother's name, but like it just doesn't all click. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, why? How can he just forget murdering somebody?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
So I don't love it.
Yeah, fair. I absolutely agree.
The twist was just poo-poo.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, I don't know,
so many other cooler things.
Yeah, that's like, I did like some of the setup. Like, I don't know. I just liked the mystery of it at first, but like you say, like when you uncover that the watch means nothing, when you uncover that the actual truth and that you killed the father and you're the half brother, like, how, like, it just makes no sense. And I think if they had have alluded to what the actual truth could be, like, and I'm not saying like, and I'm not saying like people who create narratives need to like spell it out for people, because I like the discussion around like mysterious stories where you're like, oh, is that what that means? Or is that, but like this literally was like, this means nothing, because the only way, so I don't know how many endings you bothered to actually do, but one of the endings, you go back into the house and it's empty.
Yeah,
there's nothing there. And you pick up the watch and you go back to the room, and then you can go back in and she's there and you're reliving it again. Or if you do the forget ending, if you like pick up the book from the shelf, which is the book that she's reading, which has that line in it, and you forget, it ends the game
and you
completely, and and you're like, when you hit continue, it's like the start of the game. Not like there's some changes in the hallway and stuff. Like when you go back in there, there's no key. You just walk through the door. But when you start the game again, there's
doors.
Yeah, and it's like it wasn't. It like nothing made sense, and there should be like something in those endings that kind of that's right. No, there's literally just like, what?
Yeah, and it's really disappointing because like the game makes it really hard to move forward. There's no direction at all, which we talked about last time, and I already said like how I didn't think that it was designed well in that sense. But even like you're supposed to be playing this person who has like forgotten that they've murdered their father, but there's no sense of you forgetting anything. Like that's not even built into the narrative. There's no like the only problem in the game that your character sees is that he's looping the day. Nothing else is a problem to him. It doesn't matter that his wife is mad about some sort of watch. Not a problem. The only problem is that the days loop. Like it just the little things just don't connect. And it definitely feels like they wanted to make like a shocking twist in that, oh, they're half siblings. Oh no, they're having a baby together. But it's just not that shocking. And it didn't fit, which made it even less shocking because you're just confused. You're like, why? What?
Yeah, why do I? Right. Yeah, because like when he learns that, he like has a full breakdown.
Yeah.
But the whole time I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. He couldn't have taken the photo. And like the only thing I could think about was like, I don't know, did they fuck that up and like explain that he didn't take that photo?
I was playing the game and I was like, did I mishear that? Like, did I not take that photo? Did your friend take that photo or something? And I was just using it as evidence, but I'm pretty sure like I took the photo. Like,
why does he have it? Because it was the night they met, I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So he had to have been there.
They could have just. I just read Sharen's comment. That's fucking hilarious.
Yes. Oh my god, Shred. That is the greatest comment. We will have to wait for the director's cut.
All our questions answered. I think even if they stayed with the same story, but took out this like fucking wacko watch therapist part where Willem Dafoe plays 3 characters, the watch is taking you back in time and those things didn't match up. Like if it was more of a straight cut, like, yes, actually it was you and you like trauma forgot the situation and now it's all coming back and they lent into it that way, I think that would have been better than what they came out with. And like, it wasn't actually you that took, like, if you said, oh, no, you couldn't remember, like your friend Susie, the fucking baby's godmother, took this photo the day you got here. So you're safe, you know, like it just, no, not loving it.
Yeah. And like when he kills the father because, correct me if I'm wrong, when he kills the father, he's telling him that he can't be with his daughter.
Yeah.
His sister. But how? Like, literally, they just met.
They met on that night, which makes me think that, like, this hypnotism thing has got to be right because, you know, the clock is obviously a heavy, like, symbolism for hypnotism, and then you've got the therapist's office and all that sort of shit. But why do they bill, then, Willem Dafoe as the father and not the therapist? Because I would think you'd want to bill him as the therapist as for the true storyline, or the cop, because he's his main lines are as the cop. But the father, I would think, is the last choice because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not like his father is fucking mind zapping him or something. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I did not love it. And the voice actors, as we talked about last time, were not a great choice. They did not enhance it at all.
Yeah,
you know my thoughts.
I agree.
Talked about that before.
And agree with Steve saying one of the issues is there's no background to the characters. They just expect you to jump in and go with it. And yeah, absolutely right. Like, I think they could have created a background through the time loop, but I think because it's only 5 minutes, really. It's 12 minutes, but it's only 5 minutes till the cop gets there. So
yeah. And then there's a lot of waiting as well in other ones.
Mm.
I think also something Steve said, he says the cop and the father are both symbols of authority in this dude's mind, which reminded me of another thing that really bothered me. Obviously there's the parallels between the two in the hypnosis theory, right? That the cop is in a way the father because of the authority figure type, but the fucking cop has a daughter that has cancer. Why? Like, it plays into the story none. Like, you just use it so that he listens to you, but it doesn't actually mean anything. And there's no relation if you go the hypnosis theory as well. Like that, like it doesn't actually tie into anything. Like the father's daughter, your wife, wasn't actually sick at all, or there's no cancer allegory there. Like, what's going on?
The only reason she has cancer is for an excuse to need the watch to sell.
Yeah.
You know, like
it doesn't make any sense.
No, like none of the threads
really
connect in this way that you go, oh my God, like, yeah. It's all shock. Yeah.
It is all shock.
And it doesn't make sense.
It's not that shocking. Like,
no.
I think in that's the
problem.
World of media as well, like half siblings having a kid together, that's not that shocking. Like, there have been, you know what was more shocking? Fucking finding out Atreus' name at the end of God of War. Like, that was more shocking. That was great. That was fantastic.
So good. That's oh my God. Well, I think we've covered this enough. Thank you, Kat, for humoring me and playing that game. I know you hated it. I'm so sorry you wasted hours of your life on that. All right. I've been playing a game that's also we saw it's so true.
It's true though.
This is Oh No, Half Bro, the game. I don't know if that's a reference to.
Bro, what are you doing?
All right. So, well, Annapurna Interactive, other than the fact that 12 minutes was an absolute shambles of a story, Annapurna have been having a really good year. Last Stop was an Annapurna joint. And of course, when I loaded up Artful Escape today, it's also an Annapurna joint. And oh my God, I am maybe 2 hours into this game. It's only about 4 hours long or something.
Really? That's funny. Love it.
Yeah. And it's like totally a me game right now. It has very limited mechanics and it's just mostly running. But holy shit, this game is an absolute trip. I am absolutely in love with it. It's so good. See you, Steve. Thanks for dropping in and listening to us just rip on 12 minutes for longer than the time loop.
Longer than 12 minutes.
Enjoy your day. So this game is on Game Pass, which is really cool. And it is like a side-scrolling. The graphics are almost like Oxenfree in a way, like those weird character models. It's like a cute little narrative game where you're this guitar player who is living in the shadow of his uncle, who was like a folk, idol back, in the day. And he's kind of looks like a, what's his name? Bob Dylan kind of character. But you kind of want to go out on your own and create this new persona of yourself. And you end up going through this multi-dimensional, literally acid trip through time and space. And it is, it's phenomenal. It is so cool. There's just, when you're just exploring, you can just hold the X button and he just plays a solo, like a mad shredding guitar solo. And you can just hold it for the whole time. And it just is so good. The music is phenomenal. The visuals are absolutely insane. Like I can't explain how good this game, like how good it looks, but also just like the insane visuals. It's like it's like a 70s music video or something like that.
Yeah.
But like,
It's on PC Game Pass too. I could download that.
awesome. You absolutely should. It's a romp. And this is something that 12 minutes made me think of, but it's got some like really good voice actors, really good actors in it. Carl Weathers is in it and he's great. Lena Headey is in it as well. And I don't know exactly who she plays, but I think she plays like this weird god looking character.
Nice.
And that character's great, but like it is absolutely bonkers. And I couldn't put it down today, but I had to get prepared for this show. But oh my God, I'm in love with this game, and the music is phenomenal. And the simplicity of it is really nice. It's kind of the games I've been digging the most this year, the ones with the least amount of
stuff to do.
mechanics. And there are some bits where you like have a jam and you have to press like the buttons on the controller and the bumpers and stuff to play notes. But it's almost like Guitar Hero, but it's like it's like Simon Says, where it's like the red, blue, green, and you have to follow what it does, but you can kind of do it in your own time as well. Like you don't have to do it perfectly in time, and
nice.
The music follows it all. Shred says he wishes there were more guitar battles. Yeah, they are super fun as well. And if there were more of them, I definitely wouldn't be upset. But it is very simple in the way of gameplay. It's like running, jumping, and playing guitar.
Nice. I can get behind those three things.
It's so good. It's so clever. Very much an Annapurna style game.
Nice.
Highly recommend.
Amazing.
What about you, Kat?
Well, I finished the Iki Island expansion for Ghost of Tsushima yesterday.
Dope.
So good. I am still, like, honestly, playing that game, Ghost of Tsushima, is like one of my favorite games of all time. It is so good, so fantastic. And every step I took in that expansion, I was thinking, man, this game's beautiful. Man, this game is so good. Like the storytelling is fantastic. The way that they make the side quests like naturally like put themselves in the game. Like you're just riding around on your horse. You find some Mongols, you go kill them and rescue someone, and they go, oh yeah, I'm actually from like this trading village and the Mongols have attacked us, so we need help over there. And then you like, that's your side quest. Like it's just so cool.
Yeah.
The exploration is so easy and nice to just follow birds and to wear my traveler's outfit and know where collectibles are nearby when they buzz, and to get new outfits. There's 3 PlayStation exclusive outfits, like PlayStation exclusive inspired outfits in the DLC.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there's one for Bloodborne, one for Shadow of the Colossus, and one for God of War, and you get to wear like sick outfits inspired by them. So cool. That's story is.
Are you wearing the Bloodborne one?
No, I'm still wearing the Traveler's one.
Traveler's outfit.
I'm not taking that shit off, but I did wear the Bloodborne hat and the God of War mask underneath, and I did wear the Shadow of the Colossus mask for a while as well, because they're really nice.
Sick.
But like, the story is really, really good and ties into like information that you already gathered from the initial game, and like plays on the difficult decisions that you had to make throughout the game, as well as like things that have happened pre-initial game and stuff like that. It is incredibly well made. The story is so good. The main story is only like it's not too many quests long. But all the other side quests and the exploring, like, it took me maybe like, I don't know, maybe 10 hours, maybe a bit longer, maybe 15. So good.
Are there any more of those like cool jewels that you do in the like the main game? Yeah.
So there's new like
they're so good.
Yeah, so I have almost 100%ed it. there's a couple of achievements that I can't get until I finish the Legends multiplayer stuff, and I haven't even touched that.
Yeah.
And then there's some more exploration things, but like I've got all the banners, I've got all the new outfits. There's actually a dueling section where like they have brawls and stuff, and you have to fight people to get different rewards, and one of them is a crimson dye merchant.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's just lovely new armor for your horse with new colors. There was a beautiful orange one, so mythic tails and stuff like that. It was so good.
Mad. Love that. Sounds incredible. I can't wait to have a PlayStation again. It's going to be fantastic. I've got still so much to play.
It's
from last gen, let alone next current gen.
Right, right.
And you've been playing No Man's Sky?
Yes, I started No Man's Sky.
For the first time?
For the first time. I wanted to play it when it came out, but, you know, it did not do so well. But recently, like on Steam, the rating has finally ticked over to mostly positive from mostly negative. So it's finally ticked over, and, you know, a friend at work is playing, and I thought, now's the time. Now's the time to start.
5 years it's been out. That's crazy.
Yeah, right? So I started playing, and I was having a great time just moseying around. The planet I begun on, sadly, is radioactive. It's very inconvenient, but that's okay. I'm running around, doing my thing. I fix my ship, and here's where things start to go a bit downhill. So the tutorial mission, like getting into the game mission, is just stinky. So like they'll teach you how to make fuel, and then they'll get you to go to another planet because there's something over there that you need to get. And then you need to make more fuel and go somewhere else. And then you have to make more fuel and go somewhere else. And you just have to keep doing that over and over and over again. And it was just so painful. Halfway through me doing this, my friend from work wanted to play with me, and we're like, fantastic, there's multiplayer. Let's play together. Like, you can help me. They can help me get the stuff that I need, and they can like guide me through the missions. So we tried to do that, and it just would not fucking work. So I joined their world, their instance, many times because they couldn't join mine. And after I joined, I could go back to my planet, but they couldn't follow me, even though I have a portal on my planet that's connected to the station, and we are in the same instance, and they could not join my world. And we like fucking quit the game multiple times, and it takes a really fucking long time to load. And like then they would host or I would host, and we'd go back and forth. I went into their world once, and then they invited me to their team. I joined, and it still didn't fix it. So they left the team. I invited them to my team because we're still in the same instance. They joined my team, and it still didn't work. So we split teams. We're still in the same instance. I go back to my world. They summon an anomaly in the sky to travel somewhere else. And when they exit the anomaly, it says, whose instance do you want to go to? And they said mine. And finally, we were able to play together. I'm not joking. It took us almost 4 hours to actually connect and be on the same instance on my fucking planet just to play. And it also fucked up my quest because when I joined their instance, it put my quest over in their fucking galaxy. And so then when I went back to my single player, it would be like, your quest is too far away. And so I'd try to restart the quest, and it would spawn it literally 800 light years away, and I can't travel that distance because it's real time. Like, I can't get there. Like, it was messed up. But eventually we could play together.
Nice.
We flew around together.
Then you were like, oh, I'm done now. It's been 4 hours.
It was fantastic. They gave me, like, you also can only hold like 12 to 15 things when you start the game. And making this fuel, let me fucking tell you, you need to have 2 ingredients. And so that's 2 slots in your inventory, obviously. And then you need to take that first ingredient and craft it into something else, and take the second ingredient and craft it into something else as well. So that's 4 slots. And then you need to take those 2 new ingredients that you made and craft them together into a 5th slot. But even if you only have 1 of this 4th ingredient, and when you combine it, it would get rid of that slot and you'd have a free slot. You can't do that. You have to have a 5th free slot available to be able to make one piece of fucking fuel. And on top of that, you can't drop your items. You have to destroy them.
What?
So I can't put something down and then pick it up later. And then finally, I got given a recipe for a storage unit. And I was like, excellent. A chest, I'll just slap my stuff in it and then I can craft stuff. You need to power it, which requires a million other things to make. It's ridiculous. So my friend gave me every single upgrade that you can have.
Yeah.
So nice. I got all the space upgrades without actually having to do anything. And then I found a pineapple creature on my planet, and now I ride a pineapple around. It's great. I like hug onto it and it jumps around. So now, at first, I was having a great time. There was this middle section where the tutorial and the multiplayer connection absolutely fucked up my day. And then now there's the greatness on the other end. So just be wary of that opening section there, because it sucks ass. And then you can get back into the game.
I actually heard that from a few people, that the starting the game is a huge slog, and now that makes all the sense. Yeah.
So sloggy. And also my friend gave me some items which I sold for like $17 billion. So I don't have a money problem anymore either. So everything's going to be easy breezy from now on. And after seeing just how hard that first fucking couple of hours of that tutorial slog were, I'm glad that I'm not going to have to try so hard for so long. I'll just be able to. Normally, I hate doing that sort of stuff where you get stuff from other people. I'm like, nah, I'd rather do it myself. Like, I'd rather experience that. But it was too painful.
Especially in a game now, you can just explore and you can, do all the fun stuff without, it's not like once you have $1 billion that it's the end of the game. It's,
Yeah, literally, I get to do what I want to do, which is explore, instead of spending 2 hours making fuel for my ship.
Just to fly somewhere and run out of fuel.
Yeah, and there's so many different fuels. You have like launching fuel, then you've got your regular fuel, and then you have your like thrusting fuel that gets you from like planet to planet. Fuck off. I ran out halfway between planets of fuel. And then it was like, you've got fucking 23 minutes until you reach the other planet, because I was almost there. It was like, I was zooming in and it was like 3 seconds. And I was like, I'm gonna make it. It runs out and it's like 23 minutes away or longer. No, it was 2 hours and 23 minutes away. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And my friend's like, you shoot the rocks. And I was like, all right, you're like the asteroids in space. I was like, they're pretty knowledgeable. They've been playing it for a while. So I go to fucking shoot the rocks, but my inventory in my ship is full, so I can't get any fuel. All I'm getting is silver and gold out of these rocks. And when it finally says, like, when finally a piece of fuel comes out, it's like inventory's full and just disappears it into nothingness. I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God. It gives me flashbacks.
They flew up behind me and dropped stuff into my inventory.
Nice.
Oh my God, it was rough. God, it was rough.
Gives me Elite Dangerous flashbacks where I was like, I'll go to this mission. This gives me millions of dollars. Oh shit, this is a 3-hour flight.
That is literally what I was thinking when I was doing it. And they gave me another quest as well. And they're like, you should start this. It's really good. It'll give you like this awesome like living ship. It's like this sort of like egg weird little creature thing that's a ship. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And they're like, it takes 5 days though. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And it requires some other different fuel that's even harder to make. I was like, no, thank you. I'll just stay with my pineapple and my original ship, which looks cool. It's so cool because everything is like procedurally generated. And I didn't realize like how deep that is, but like my starting ship is procedurally generated and it's fucking amazing. But like apparently down to the music on the planets is procedurally generated,
Wow.
and some of it's really weird. But I actually, apart from that really annoying 4 hours there, I've been having a great time. I can't wait to play it some more.
Nice. That is awesome. Are you playing it in first or third person?
Third. Because that's what it started in. I didn't know I could switch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've just learned right now, as you said.
Yeah, well, the game was originally just first person when it came out. They only brought in third person like last year or the year before or something.
Well, it started me in third person, so that's what I'm doing. I learned that if I punch and then jetpack, I go way fast. So that's
nice.
I'm going everywhere like that. And you can change your character a bit, which is nice. Like,
yeah, sick.
My friend was like, "Have you made your character?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm like 3 hours in. When the fuck do I make my character? You gotta wait till you get out to the space station before you make your character. That's so fucking long."
Crazy.
It's great. It's great apart from that slog.
And are you playing it on PlayStation 5 or PC?
I'm playing it on PC Game Pass.
Oh, sick one. Of course. Game
Pass good.
Does it again.
Game Pass does it again. So good.
All right, real quick before we move on, Ryan Thompson in the comments does ask, do you think there'll be a Nintendo Direct soon? Apparently, historically, there is one in September, but I know nothing about Nintendo. And look, I just doubt everything Nintendo do. Kat?
Yeah, I think there'll probably be one soon, but I would have thought either they would have done it by now or we would have heard of it by now. I don't know. It feels like
Nintendo are kind of weird.
Yeah, they are a bit weird. They could fucking pop one off like 7 weeks down the line. I'll just be like, it's time for us to show you something. And then they show us one thing and a Smash character. And everyone is so happy.
Splurges everywhere. Yeah. And Shred, I do believe VR is exclusive to PlayStation VR.
Well, I don't have VR, so I wouldn't know. But I do know that my friend does have PlayStation and did play VR, so there's 1 point towards that being true.
There we go. All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the PlayStation Showcase. I'm even going to change up my lights to PlayStation Blue for this because you know me, I'm a big old Xbox boy, but holy moly, when someone does a good showcase, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. And people seem to think this was like average, but man, I thought this was friggin' incredible.
I had a great time.
So I had a great time too. I'm just going to get this playing in the background.
Perfect.
And
I love
we can talk. We can talk on the side and look at some pretty gameplay. Pretty visuals. I'm just going to skip through this first dumb PlayStation ad. Yeah.
Although I did see that in the ad, there's a poster on one of the buildings of Fall Guys, and Horizon Zero Dawn, like alloy costume in Fall Guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have like little Easter eggs and stuff in there. I don't know how many there are because that's the only one I've seen, but
apparently there were like 30 Easter eggs, like 30 games in that
oh yeah
thing. Well, started off with a big one. Unfortunately, I had clicking things on my phone. I ruined it for myself because I got up in the morning and I was like, all right, quickly search PlayStation Showcase on YouTube on my TV. And the first thing that popped up was this and Wolverine. And I was like, God damn it.
I saw Wolverine. That's the only thing that I had seen beforehand.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool though.
This is pretty cool. And the fact that it's Knights of the Old Republic never came to PlayStation, but they've got it as a timed exclusive. Pretty cool.
Switching hands from Xbox to PlayStation. Very interesting. I never played it, but
Laz just in the comments saying, Sony, the Xbox Showcase didn't just die, it was murdered. You're gonna trigger me with those what's his bloody name? I've forgotten his name, Laz. Remind me. I hate that guy though so much. That
Hate that motherfucker.
stupid YouTuber. Is it Downward Thrust that did those ones, or that other guy who I hate even more? Either way, they're terrible.
Vitriol. Anyways, I know nothing about it, so
yeah,
because I never played it because I never had an Xbox. So
yeah, well there you go.
Now's my time.
I mean, you can just play it on iOS, but I think it's probably the worst way. Yes, the fucking prince.
I will not play it on iOS. That is for sure.
Yeah, no, I've got it on Xbox through backwards compatibility, but I never finished it, so I'm excited to play the remake, and I'm excited to see like what they changed, like in the way of combat, because it's kind of a precursor to Dragon Age in the way of the combat is like the real time with pause.
I love
but
that.
you queue up your attacks.
Yes.
In Knights of the Old Republic. So I'm really interested to see how they go about it, because it's not EA doing it, it's Aspire doing it, and it won't, I assume it won't be similar to Dragon Age Inquisition kind of combat, but although it could be, but I think it'll be more action based, to be honest.
Yeah,
especially if they're calling it a remake.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what it is, because like I, as most people hate me for, don't really care too much about Star Wars. I know it is not a popular opinion, but Jedi Fallen Order made me really care about it. Like I really liked it. So maybe I'll really like this game too and be a lot more interested. But who knows? Not me, not yet. This game though,
this game
Project
looks dope.
Eve,
yeah,
I can't tell what type of game this is. This kind of looks like maybe like a Devil May Cry sort of,
stylish
also
action,
like Nier type game.
Yeah, it's like Bayonetta crossed with Nier.
Yeah,
crossed with Devil May Cry. It's very much stylish action game by the looks of the gameplay. I just wonder
how difficult it is though, like because a lot of, I don't know, for some reason a lot of those are just not difficult at all to me. It's just sort of like just smash a button and you will make it through and you can move forward, and that really doesn't appeal to me. But this game looks wackola and looks really cool, so I would like for it to not be that way, but who knows.
Some crazy bosses.
Yeah,
I hope it's good, because my god, it looks wild.
Yeah, and that weird freaking starfish thing on the space station. And why is this girl so strong? Why is she so strong? Is she half robot? Like
she's like a Bayonetta. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Bayonetta's ridiculous. I mean, Bayonetta's a witch, so
yeah.
I love how they even have quick time events in the trailer, but whatever. It's weird. Nobody likes quick time events. Korea.
Yeah, weird.
This looks sick though. This has got like really cool environments. After playing,
I like the little friend too. Your little robot buddy that comes with you.
Oh my lord!
Oh my lord!
Getting messages come through. I don't know why. Yeah, right. Is there a little buddy? I don't even notice. This kind of gives me vibes of
yeah, he talks to you. He got left on Earth.
Oh right, yeah. It gives me full vibes of fucking Scarlet Nexus, you know.
Yeah, I like this outfit too.
Anime. Yeah, that's crazy.
It looks really cool. I'm keen on the story. Like, I don't know, it looks whack.
Unreal Engine, so I would assume Unreal Engine 5. I don't think that has a release date. Let me just double check.
No, no date provided.
No date provided. This game, though, you know I'm keen for this. And
yeah, I do know you're keen for this.
Just going to say that they said when they first showed off Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, like, this is not a Borderlands game. I'm sorry, but this is absolutely a Borderlands game.
Absolutely a Borderlands game. I really like fucking, I love tropical zones. Like, that's probably like my favorite type of environment. Other than like Deceased Alien, like Collapsed City, because those can be literally anything at all, and I really love the idea of exploring those. But I just love tropical paradises. But it definitely just looks like a Borderlands. Like it is
Absolutely.
exactly a Borderlands.
It's got
looks
some
very
more
exciting.
spells. It's got, but like even the way.
I like this overworld. What
yeah,
is that?
this is
That's
cool.
so cute.
Yeah, it's like they said it's like some Dungeons and Dragons kind of.
I wonder if it
inspired.
means like the areas are a bit more like mission based. Like you use that overworld to get around, and then these are more contained zones as opposed to such a large and spanning world.
Yeah, yeah, and like some of those animations that are like almost like special moves where it goes into third person fully gives me like the Destiny vibes, where when you do the crazy
the super
specials, supers, it goes into third person. I think this looks great. It looks
I
like
don't care for this unicorn. They use it in every trailer, and I don't give a shit about it.
It's Butt Stallion.
I know, but I just don't give a shit about Butt Stallion.
Yeah,
that guy reminds me of Aldrin from Destiny.
Yeah, true.
But also, I don't know why they chose fucking Chocolate by Baby Metal as the song. Like, I understand, like, it's da-da-da-da-da, like, I understand that. But the song is about how women should be allowed to eat chocolate and not have to worry about getting fat. Like, it's thematically does not match.
I mean, it's Tiny Tina.
I know.
She's a bit of an odd one.
I think it was a really distracting choice to me. I personally, there's a lot of music that is very fast paced and like, but whatever. Still an exciting trailer. This though,
what do you think about Forspoken?
Look at that cat. What is up with that? Why does that cat look so good for a video game animal? Most cats look like shit. Look at it. I mean, it still looks a bit funky, but it looks great at the same time. Looks way better than video game animals should look.
Graphics are getting crazy. I love it. It's so exciting.
I'm excited about this game. This is one of my most excited. This trope of like just suddenly falling into a fantasy world is so overdone in so much media, but not really in like AAA or like even like, you know, that AA plus gaming sort of thing. Like this like literal portal to another dimension and you're just a regular person in a fantasy world. Such a heavy trope, but you don't actually get to play it a lot, like, because there's no reason in a lot of cases for games to need you to go from a regular person to a fantasy world. They can just drop you in a fantasy world.
They can make you,
so it doesn't matter. But I'm really excited for it. The movement is so cool. That there looks fantastic. Like the abilities are very interesting to me. There's one where she's like shooting out of her hand, and I'm not like it's I don't know. I'm not sure the vibes on the abilities, but like the world building, I'm very excited to see how this goes. I like the fact that you've got a fucking super thick bangle on your arm that's talking to you. Like, I don't know, really cool. A bit cringy on some of the lines. As
the dialogue, yeah. But I like, don't. I say that just out of like, why is it so like, edgy? But my God, the traversal and stuff looks absolutely insane.
Look at that world. It looks nuts. At the same time, I'd say the same shit. I'd be like, yeah, okay, so now there's dragons. This is all right. Like, I would be saying the same shit. So whilst it's cringy, I get it. Oh, those are the worst ones. What the fuck? No one talks that. Some of it's relatable, but come on, don't take it too far. My gosh. But I'm just really excited for it.
She's gonna wear trainers through the whole game, no matter what her outfit is, though.
I fucking love sneakers, so no problem to me. How do I run so fast? Look at that. That's stunning.
And this is like big time Square Enix team. I don't know what teams do what, but it looks kind of like the graphics of Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, that's a weird mask.
She looks sick. She looks cool. I love that mask.
Also, is she just getting killed there? I don't know.
She's getting that's
Horoscope.
the beginning fight where you're like, oh
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fought
yeah.
a bunch of things. I'm doing really well. I can go and beat the boss, and then she fucking slaps you down, and you have to go
And
on
then
your
you have to
journey
go
of
back.
greatness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's the
that's
old hero's journey.
yeah,
I'm just going to skip this because I have zero interest in
yep.
Rainbow
Sorry,
Six.
Rainbow Six Extraction.
They should just called it Quarantine. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Perfect.
maybe they thought it was too real.
Yeah, absolutely. They thought it was too real. That's
Cool
funny.
for those who love it, but that's not us, and we are authentic to ourselves.
Yeah, that's a real democratic way of saying that. This next one, I believe, is Alan Wake remastered.
Which I personally also don't care about.
Yeah, I've played it before. It looks better than it did.
I have not played it before, so I might. Is this the one with the origami and shit?
No, that's
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain, which I hate.
Yeah.
Everyone loves, but I hate. This is a good game. This is about Energizer batteries and torches. Yeah, literally, it's like Energizer product placement. So it's not the greatest product placement because the batteries last about,
oh my god, there's a torch.
15 seconds. Yeah, surprised it doesn't have an Energizer logo on the side. But yeah, your batteries that you have to put in your torch are all Energizer. It's so weird. It's such a weird choice.
Well, maybe it was actually an ad for not Energizer.
It's a Duracell, like, yeah.
Right?
At the end, you get this Duracell battery and it never runs out.
You don't have to replace it again. Oh, that's so good. That's how you really do it.
That's so funny. Yeah, sure. This game will be good. It is a good game. So I love it. I'm a writer. My name is Alan Wake.
I'm a writer.
Yeah.
I thought you said a rider, and I was like, what? A rider of what? What does that mean? Cool, I guess. Oh, this not cool. Oh, cool. I do not care that your game has been. What is this? The third console it's coming on?
Yeah.
Get over yourself.
Has any other game ever done that? I don't think it has.
Skyrim.
Factual.
Skyrim comes out on everything.
Yeah. They are the two biggest games pretty much of this century so far. So yeah.
Now
this fucking game, Kat.
It's so good because I love reading and watching Japanese horror. And like their old like what's it called? Like Yamishibai and stuff like that. And like a lot of these creatures and stuff are from like folklore and shit. So it's so cool. Like that lady with the scissors, and she'll ask you if she's pretty and shit like that. I'm so excited to see this. What is going on? I don't know, but I love it.
And like, oh my god, the combat looks so good. I think like not enough people are talking about Ghostwire Tokyo. Like everyone's talking about the obvious things, but damn, like look at this. Is that Sam Porter Bridges?
Yeah, right.
But no, like, yeah, I don't think enough people are talking about just how good this trailer is. Like it finally we see like a story heavy trailer that kind of gives you a bit of an idea about what the hell's going on in this game. Not much of an idea. Looks very weird.
The fucking glitchy, like, like I absolutely love this. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for that.
And did that have a date?
I think it's spring 22.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So cool. Give me that shit. I need a PlayStation 5.
I love it. I'm so excited for that. What a delight.
It's like I'm excited for Deathloop, which just came out on PlayStation. And I love Arcane, but my God, Ghostwire looks even more interesting than Deathloop.
So excited. Definitely for me. But there's no question. Ghostwire is like really high up on the list for me. I'm so excited for that game.
No souls required. What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
I don't know. Like, I watched it and it immediately left my mind. So what does that say? You know, like I'm looking at this and going, I barely remember this.
Fair.
Maybe also because I was also multitasking, and as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that game anyway. So
yeah.
Whatever, because I want to try it.
For the audio listeners, we're talking about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think like this trailer doesn't.
I love
like
that.
It shows like character development and interactions that we already know. Like it's kind of like a story building trailer where they show you your band of rapscallions and what you're going to be doing, but we already know about this band of rapscallions and mostly what we're going to be doing in terms of like, this is a generic, like we're not telling you too much about the story sort of trailer. So there's nothing much to be gained knowledge wise here. So I have just the same thoughts as I did before, which was I will buy and try this game.
Yeah.
I'm still still looking at it. I'm not sure what to expect. This trailer is very different from the gameplay that they showed us last time. But
yeah, absolutely.
Not really giving you much of an idea or much of a show of anything unexpected.
Yeah. I think it made me more interested than the first gameplay trailer because some of those like alien worlds look really interesting and really colorful. And I think I'll buy and try it as well. I'm really hoping that, like, because it's got decision making and stuff, I hope that has some kind of like weight to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think enough games are really doing that recently, and Eidos Montreal are really good at
normally
in
like
the Deus Ex games
still on tracks.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with like a superhero game, but hopefully, like I remember in the first gameplay trailer, it had like Rocket will remember that or something like that. It was almost like Telltale style.
Yeah.
It's like potentially has repercussions down the line. So I hope that, I think that would be really cool.
Me too.
And it looks like a bit of a romp. So
yeah, it looks fun. And like they show the Nova Corps in it, those guys with the red spiky visors. I think they're really cool. Like comic book entity. So I like they kind of touched on it in the movies, but not really. So I'm excited to see more about that and more about. I love learning about like the alien worlds and just what their society is like and all that sort of stuff. And it seems like pretty much the entirety of it is going to be set on not Earth. So love that.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like, because I don't think they really ever go to Earth very often, do they? Until like they actually meet the Avengers or whatever. So that's pretty cool. I love things that aren't set on Earth. Yeah, Earth sucks. It wants to be here.
It's lame here.
We've seen Deathloop a million times. It's getting great reviews.
It is.
Sounds really great. But I'm just going to skip through that. We also had Blood Hunt there, which is unfortunately a battle royale.
So we move on.
Big time. Not interested. Do you know anything about this Radiohead thing?
No,
me neither.
I have no idea anything about it. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at?
If anyone who's watching knows what the hell this is all about, let us know.
Like, is it
Kid Amnesia? Yeah, I think it's like one of their albums.
Or Amnesia. Like,
I think they have an album called Kid A or something like that, and I think this is going to be like unreleased songs from that album or something like that. I'm not sure.
Sick, whatever. Enjoy, have fun with that.
Again, we've seen Chia. We've seen this before, but it looks really cute. Bit of an open world game.
Like that you can be a crab.
Yes.
I love crabs.
Cute crab. What does it say? Tropical open world adventure. Climb, glide, swim, and sail your boat around a beautiful archipelago. How do you say that word?
Archipelago.
Archipelago. Thank you. In this physics-driven sandbox. Use Cheer's soul jumping ability to take control of any animal or object you can find and jam on your fully playable ukulele. Game inspired by New Caledonia.
Look at
Looks
that crab.
really cute.
All of that crab, turtle. I love it.
Look at
It
this.
does look very cute.
And you can do the old
Artifact.
Zelda fly.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks cute.
Yeah, it does look cute. It looks very interesting.
I like also games inspired by other you know, less explored cultures, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Super interesting. And definitely a culture that has never been explored as far as I'm aware in video games. So
yeah, very cool.
Looks cool as fuck.
Looks
Again, video
sick.
games, just
I love that shit.
Good looking video games.
Looks great.
And cheeky little crab pack.
Oh, yes, I love crab. Not to eat though, it tastes like shit, but I love crab.
I love eating crab.
Now this, wait, I got something to say.
All right, say
about this. I don't mind. And I like Uncharted. When I see this PS5 and PC, I'm so excited. I'm thinking, what else have you got for me for PC today, guys? Nothing. What a
no Bloodborne.
No Bloodborne. What a sadness. How dare they announce something else for PC but not Bloodborne? Eat my dirt. I mean, great game still though. Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just so sad. Just so sad. Great for this game and everyone who likes this game. But us Bloodborne boys, we've been waiting a long time.
Do you reckon it's ever happening?
I really want it
even a PS5 patch.
I would love that.
Oh, I know. I think many people would love it.
I feel like it's so asked for that it would be dumb if they didn't.
I don't know. I really don't know why they don't.
Yeah, like I'm like, are you waiting until after Elden Ring? Like, because you should do it before and get everyone fucking hyping up before Elden Ring. Like, whatever, Trevi.
Whatever, Trevi. So this is the first party section of the showcase. We got some bangers.
We do got some bangers.
Wolverine was a big surprise.
That's this first one, right?
First of all, Insomniac, what are they doing over there? What have they got in the water wherever the fuck they live? Like, because goddamn, they make some games over there at Insomniac.
Yeah, and there's heaps of Easter eggs in here as well. Like you got Hulk 181, which is the first like debut of Wolverine's character, really, like full debut, and then like all these other ones in that one bar shot, like Earth, like they have one of the Earth numbers and all this sort of stuff. Very cool. Like it's such a small little teaser, but it's beautiful.
I can just like,
Wolverine's like 5'3" in the comics. He's a little short.
Yeah.
Little angry boy.
In the Midnight Suns trailer, he's quite short, but it's only his giant ears that make him look any taller. But when they're all walking in a line, he's like little
boy,
little man.
Look, what do you think of Gran Turismo? I don't know what you think of Gran Turismo.
Look, I don't know. Like it looks fine. I'm sure it's going to be great. For sim people. And look, they really wanted to show off the old ray tracing, didn't they?
Yeah, dude.
My God,
fantastic.
It really looks incredible. But I really fell off the series and moved to Forza around kind of Forza 5, Forza 6. So I haven't really played a GT game in a long time. And
this bit, so nice.
Yeah, that's clever.
How dare you do that to me?
I just don't know.
I like the water and the ice on the car here. So nice.
I just don't know what they're like, what they're kind of, what's going to be the draw to this game, because some of the single player like stuff that they show in this, true. I don't know. It seems to be a lot about like collecting cars and stuff, but like this, is it a open area? Do I get to explore that, or is that just things? I don't know.
This is, I really like the like intense customization of your car.
Yeah, livery editor. I don't know if they've had that in previous games, but I assume they have. But the photography stuff is cool as well. They show
more about the editing later as well, like changing your car parts and stuff too. I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
Not that I like racing games at all,
but I do love, I must say, I do love racing games like on track as well. Like, so it could be really cool. Yeah, I like that.
I want to use it just to make cars for like me to draw. Just car to look like something else and be like, here we go, time to draw this.
It's true.
Cars are too hard to draw.
They're really showing off the Toyota Supras though, in both Horizon and in this. They're like, guess what? Toyota let us put Supras back in our games. Also, some of these tracks are like iconic Gran Turismo tracks, and they're friggin' great. Like, I think it's called Trial Mountain is one of them, and it looks good. Looks like it's got a hell of a lot of cars in it,
that
which is
car is the fucking car from there's this anime where this guy
Initial D.
Yeah, that's it. Initial D.
Yeah, absolutely. All the drift cars and shit. It looks dope.
Get my tofu down this fucking mountain, bro. I fucking love that.
That's literally how drift started. Was like some guy was like a delivery driver or something. He was driving
going fast
in the mountains, like sideways. Yeah,
I fucking love it. It looks fantastic. Not my type of game at all, but it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, no, for sure. I will probably play it if I have a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, fingers crossed for you.
Yeah. Another, Insomniac. Jesus. Like, this is crazy. Do you reckon this will be co-op? Because they're like showing the both of them working together. But then apparently, like in the write-up in the blog, they said like Spider-Man 2, get ready for the next generation of single player game or some shit. So
yeah, I think probably more they'll just be like side by side, or what the fuck is the word I'm using for it? Storylines that are happening at the same time and you're playing both characters and you switch
concurrent.
Concurrent, that's the word. I think that might be what they're going for. I played Spider-Man, but I didn't play Miles one. But very cool.
I haven't played it either. Not a huge Spider-Man person, but
dude, the swinging is just
I have nothing against Spider-Man as a character, but it's never
so about Spider-Man growing up. I had fucking coloring in books, like multiple coloring in books that was just Spider-Man. I fucking love that guy.
That's awesome.
Spider-Man as a kid.
I think I'm overall, I think more excited about Wolverine because I think he's just like, I think X-Men so much, and I think he's such an interesting character. Also, the last Wolverine game, which was Origins, was really, really good and really, really brutal, and that was literally just a God of War clone. And now I'm imagining the new Wolverine will be almost like a God of War 2018 clone, or where it's like much more visceral and slower paced combat rather than just like swinging around like just chopping everything. I'm really interested to see how brutal they go.
I'm more excited for it too because I know what Spider-Man's going to be like. I literally know what it's going to be like. We know already from the multiple other games that we've had, but the Wolverine will be exciting. This though,
God of War fucking Ragnarok. I'm so happy to see this, and watching this just made me go, fuck, I love that first game.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Holy shit. So good.
So good.
Give me your thoughts on this.
I'm so excited. You know what my first thought was, though, while I was watching it, apart from me being very excited, was I thought, right here is when I thought, am I going to be playing the same areas just covered in snow? Because I don't want that. I don't want that. And then you see this, and I think, never mind.
Yeah,
like,
look at that water.
Shut up! Always in the Wawa.
I mean, look at it. Come on.
It does look gorgeous. It looks fantastic. I think more likely, I love that like animation where he like backs up through the door. Like they're so emotive. It's all so good. I think perhaps more that, and I've seen some theories about like some of the architecture and things that are being used that like you move away from the first, like you start in the first area and you move away from it and you start moving into other pantheons, so to speak.
Well, apparently you get to go to all 9 realms or whatever, so
yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens because I don't want to spend all my life in the snow, but I love the game.
Yeah, snow is probably my least favorite.
Literally my least favorite
biome ever. Yeah.
Yeah, don't stop putting me in snow. It can be beautiful, and I love the crunchy snow sound. Just don't give me a lot of it.
Also,
centaurs,
fucking centaurs, yeah. And this bit with bloody him riding that deer thing. The fuck? Atreus riding the deer. Yeah. I think it's
really cool. Ragnarok, like, I know that when the first game came out, and you know that you've got like that eye of Horus and stuff in some of the previous details, you know, that this game might be, you know, as it says, Ragnarok, the end of the Norse side and moving into something new again. Very excited. I am in love with the game already, and it's not even here.
Yeah. No, I think it looks incredible. And I think I kind of wonder, like, was this game meant to come out? Uh-oh.
No more. No reacts. Fuck off.
Don't react. Was this game meant to come out like a year or so ago? Or like, you know, not a year ago, but was it meant to come out like now or sooner? Because it's a cross-gen game and it looks phenomenal, and it's going to look better on PS5 than the first one did on PS4, obviously. But, you know, it is much of the same style as the first game, which again, I'm happy about that, because why mess with what is literally one of the greatest games of all time? Why mess with that too much? It's clearly going to be that one camera cut thing again, and that's going to be insane. But even just the way you're seeing like the camera in all of these scenes, it's clear that it's going to be that again. I wonder if this was internally delayed, but they never spoke about a release date, you know, because, you know, there's some things that there's some games that appear to be more next gen, whereas this kind of looks like an iteration of the original
exactly
game.
Right. I definitely think so. But I think also, like, God of War came out, what, 2018?
Yeah.
Like, thinking about it, look at like the scope of these areas. You know, reusing them obviously makes it a lot easier to create the second portion of that game so quickly. Like, man,
exactly.
That shit out. So, like, I understand that, you know, it might not look as next gen as it could because they're getting it out in such a quick timeline and reusing some of that stuff, which is efficient. And
also
phenomenal anyway.
Also the fact that number one, like the first one was way ahead of anything else in 2018. Really, like it just looked so fucking good that any improvement on that is gonna look insane. But you know, compared to other things which have had a bigger upgrade because they didn't look as good as this, you know, back in the day.
So long as I don't have to stay in the ice for too long.
Yeah.
Please. Oh, this was one of the scenes. Those trees in the background where that big lizard thing is. Those them trees. Those trees are African only. Which leads into the Egypt stuff. I mean, obviously it could be in one of the other realms, which can have
Sure.
whatever fucking fauna and flora that you want.
Yeah.
But they already did show like the Eye of Horus and all that other shit in the previous game. So
True.
I'm hoping that it, at least starts like weaving that story a bit more in, or if they don't want to take us in that direction, you know, at least explains that story a bit more as to why that was there, because they did show 4 different pantheons, right? So you had the Norse, you had the Egypt,
I think Greek was
Greek, and
one of them. Yeah.
what was the last one? I don't remember. Anyways,
Don't know. Maybe Chinese or
yeah, maybe like
something
Tao.
potentially. Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't remember now.
Let me see. 4 religions, God
Shred.
of War.
Shred saying same boat animations, worst game ever. Yeah. Boycott.
Yep, that's the
They didn't
truth if
upgrade.
I ever heard it.
Didn't upgrade the boat animations. But now you have a sled with dogs, so I'm back in. I'm sold again.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Everything about it. Oh, it's Japanese. The last one is Japanese.
Oh, Japan. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sick. Oh man.
So
good.
like
So many
I would
options.
love to see a little bit more of those other goods coming in too. So we'll see. It's on this fucking big like painting thing towards the end of the game.
Yeah. The wall painting thing.
Yeah. Where
It's when you're
Tyr
going
is,
up
like,
the big
crossing
lift,
bridge.
isn't it?
Yeah, well, Tyr is like crossing like the invisible bridge, and it has all of the different ones on there.
Yeah, sick.
Very cool, very exciting, looks fantastic. My top 3 from that is Forspoken, Ghost Wire, and God of War. That's my top 3. Like, they look fucking fantastic.
I think my top 3 is probably Ghostwire and God of War as well, but probably Knights of the Old Republic, but it's just like such a teaser that
You're not too sure yet.
Yeah, like it's probably going to be amazing, but it's also, I don't know how far away that is. But also the other one for me would be Wolverine, and that's also really, really far away. So
yeah,
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, I think, is like a known quantity for me. Like I'm very confident that's going to be a good game, like a great game that I'll really enjoy. And it will have, things that Borderlands doesn't have, which will be fun, like the whole spells and all that shit. And the character customization is like, that's sick. That is so super exciting because, yeah, I like the characters in Borderlands, but to be able to create my own Borderlands, man or woman, exciting. Would be dope.
Man, the start of next year is fucking loaded.
Oh my God.
What am I going to do?
I
don't have that much time for video games.
I don't even have enough time for any video games at the moment. I'm so far behind in gaming releases. I feel like a fake gamer boy sometimes,
You are. You're a fake gamer.
I know.
You little rat. Fake gamer rat.
Oh, well, on that terrible disappointment. Kat, tell us about where people can find you and where they can watch you play video games.
Hell yeah. I play video games over at twitch.tv/CapCat. On the sign down here. It was over here where my name was this whole time. If you're visually enjoying this content, pop over to my page and give me a follow, give me a sub if you please. I will love you and appreciate you forever, and you'll catch me playing all sorts of different video games. We have more of Dark Souls 3 happening on this Sunday, which I've been having an absolute blast with. And we just finished Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm not sure what we're going to be moving on to next. But I'm certain we'll find out. And you can also follow me on Twitter at CapCatty. So same thing, but with an extra T and a Y. And you
Wonderful.
can watch me just retweet shit and occasionally
Some
say
good
something
retweets
as
there.
well.
Some
Oh, dude, I love
retweets.
a good retweet. That's what I'm all about.
Yes, and all these links are below in the description as well. Go subscribe to Kat on Twitch because help your girl
Yeah.
blow up.
Yeah, I need money that's not from not playing video games. I need playing video games money so I can keep playing video games.
Exactly.
That's the dream.
Exactly right. That is the
Support
dream.
the
Help
dream.
us support the dream. And if you really like listening to our dulcet tones, you can check us out on podcast platforms or anchor.fm/controllers and coffee. We'd love it if you could go over there onto Apple Podcasts and give us a cheeky 5-star review. Let the people know what you like about the show. And if you want to see us make the show better, if you want to see changes to the show, if you think, hey, you should do this, or hey, you should have a segment where you do this, please send us an email to controllersandcoffee@gmail.com to help us improve the show. And hey, you can even send us an email with a question for us to cover on the show.
We'll do it.
We would love to do that as well. And subscribe to Direckt Gaming. If you are listening to the audio version, you want to see our beautiful faces, hey, go over to youtube.com/Direckt Gaming. We're live here every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is 6:30 a.m. in the Eastern Standard Time in the US, 11:30 a.m. in the UK. British summertime, which I'm sure will change soon, because daylight saving and all
British
that
winter
bollocks changed to British winter time. And it will soon be Australian
summertime.
Eastern daylight time or whatever it is.
Daylight saving.
Can't wait. All right. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody watching, listening, subscribing. Thank you, Kat, for joining me.
Thanks for vibing.
It's been real. It's a vibe indeed. We'll be back next week, same place, same time. And hopefully I'll play a shitload more games in the meantime.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, everybody. See you later.
Bye.